Okay, so I wanted to do a little tutorial on how to do flame effects. These are just going to be traditional flames. You can kind of do the same steps with any colors, darker colors, blue, green, whatever color you're doing. I'm just going to do regular fire. So, as you can see, I have got the flames base coated white. This is our solid base to do flames from. You want to make sure you get a good even coating on this, and don't be afraid to get it into the cracks, because the cracks, people always, when you're traditionally highlighting, you go dark to light. When you look at something like fire, it actually goes from light on the inside where it's the hottest and the brightest to darker color as it moves out. So we're going to go from essentially white to yellow to orangish red to red. I like to just have basically yellow as my main color. You could keep it white if you wanted to and build it up. But I'm going to show you how I like to use it. So, first color, I really like this P3 Heartfire. This is a really good yellowy orange color. And it's okay to have it be kind of watery or flowy, almost like an ink, because you want it to go in the cracks. You want it to go darker to lighter. So I have it pretty light here, and we're just going to fill the whole area that I've painted white with this Heartfire, kind of orangish yellow. Okay, so now that this is mostly dry, we're going to start doing some dry brushing to build up the color from this Heartfire kind of orangey yellow up to like a bright reddish orange. So I really like Troll Slayer orange, is a good fire color. You can also use, if you want to stick with P3, you can use this Khador Red highlight, which is kind of a little more pale orange as opposed to a brighter red or orange. So I really like Troll Slayer. So we're just going to dry brush that over the model. Make sure not to get it in the recesses. You want to just go over the main areas. And if you want, you can leave a little sort of buffer zone near where the flames would be coming out. So in this case, out of his mouth, out of his hands, out of this other mouth down here. To sort of give a gradient from lighter to darker. But the main important thing is you don't want to get in where that orange is. You want to go over the top. So the next step we'll do, this will dry really quick because it's dry brushed. The next step we're going to do is use this Khador Red Base here. This is a really bright red. I like the P3 red a lot. It just has I don't know, it's a brighter tone to it, I think, and I like that better. So again, we're just going to dry brush this on. Same idea, but we're just going to focus on the last probably third of where the flame would be. So just the tops of where the fire would be the furthest away from the source. So the mouth, we're going to get the tops of here, but not really go down into where the mouth is. So you're kind of working the perimeter of where the flames would be ending and cooling off. So you just really lightly, this more kind of just tints the orange than it does paints it like red. It shouldn't look red necessarily. It should look like the orange is progressing into just sort of a darker orange. So you just do this really light. And let the model do the work for you. You know, the model makers went into a lot of trouble to add all this detail, and when you're dry brushing like this, the detail actually makes your job easier, because it will pick up those raised areas, will pick up the paint. There we go. And that's pretty much it. There is another step that I'll do to add some sort of black, kind of like soot burnt bits to the end. You don't have to. This, I think, looks perfectly fine. I just think a little bit of black gives them sort of a charred, kind of like lava look, as opposed to just straight up flames. And you can do this process with any colors. So like if this was going to be green fire, you know, because this is a Zinch demon and it can be all sorts of weird stuff, you know, you would do white and then you do a lighter green inside and progressively get darker greens to the outside. And then same with blues, you'd want to start light inside and move your way out. But yeah, so I'm just going to come in really lightly with some black to dry brush. And this I just put right on the tips. Just like sometimes just one little touch. Just right on the ends. If you've got a lot of red somewhere. You know, if you do too much of this, it can be sort of distracting and lose the fire effect, so you just got to be careful. See, like there I did a little too much. So you just kind of barely. Just get the tips of those flames. And there you go. That's flames taken care of.